Hello again, everyone. Over the past few lectures, we have discussed how to provide support to victims, rebuild trust, and resolve conflicts. Today, we will focus on a critical piece of the puzzle: maintaining a bully-free workplace in the long term. Addressing bullying once it occurs is important, but preventing it from happening again is essential for creating a safe, respectful, and productive environment. Sustaining a bully-free workplace takes effort and commitment from everyone: HR, leadership, and employees alike. It's not just about reacting to problems, it's about building a culture that actively discourages bullying behavior and fosters respect. In this lecture, we will explore the strategies that can help keep bullying at bay and ensure that your workplace remains a healthy place for everyone. By the end of this lecture, you should be able to understand the importance of long-term strategies for preventing bullying, learn how to foster a workplace culture that supports, respects, and discourages toxic behavior, explore specific tactics to maintain a bully-free workplace over time. When we talk about long-term strategies for preventing bullying, we're talking about building a culture that doesn't just react to problems, but actively prevents them from occurring. It's easy to address bullying as it arises, but without consistent and proactive efforts, those behaviors can resurface or take new forms. Long-term strategies provide stability, reduce turnover, improve employee morale, and boost productivity. Employees who feel respected and safe are more likely to stay engaged, contribute creatively, and support their colleagues. Conversely, environments where bullying is tolerated or addressed only when absolutely necessary lead to high turnover, low morale, and significant legal and financial risks. So, what can organizations do to ensure their workplace remains free from bullying? Here are some effective strategies. The first step to preventing bullying in the long term is to keep the conversation going. It's not enough to hold a one-time anti-bullying training session. Organizations need to offer ongoing training to all employees, including leadership, on topics like respectful communication, teaching employees how to communicate effectively and respectfully; conflict resolution, equipping employees with tools to handle disagreements before they escalate; diversity and inclusion, helping employees understand the value of different perspectives and how to prevent discrimination or exclusion. By providing consistent education, companies can reinforce positive behaviors and remind everyone that bullying will not be tolerated. Leaders play a crucial role in setting the tone for workplace culture. Leaders must model the behavior they expect from their teams. If a manager engages or ignores bullying, it sends a message to others that such behavior is acceptable. On the other hand, leaders who are transparent, fair, and respectful encourage employees to follow suit. Holding leaders accountable for maintaining a bully-free environment is critical. Regular leadership evaluations, peer feedback, and leadership training can help ensure that those at the top are upholding the organization's values. A workplace where employees feel comfortable speaking up is less likely to foster bullying. Open communication can take many forms, including anonymous feedback systems, giving employees the opportunity to report concerns without fear of retaliation; regular team meetings, holding open forums where employees can discuss issues or conflicts before they escalate; one-on-one check-ins, encouraging managers to meet with employees individually to gauge their well-being and address any concerns. When communication is open and honest, employees are more likely to address problems early on, reducing the chance of bullying going unchecked. It's not enough to simply have a zero-tolerance policy. It must be enforced consistently. Employees need to see that bullying is taken seriously and that there are consequences for those who engage in it. This includes addressing even minor infractions, as small, unchecked behaviors can snowball into bigger issues. If employees see that policies are enforced fairly and consistently, they will have more confidence in the system and be more likely to report any problems. Maintaining a bully-free workplace requires consistent evaluation of the work environment. This means conducting regular climate surveys, anonymous feedback forms, and reviewing workplace culture assessments to see how employees are feeling. By monitoring the workplace climate regularly, HR and leadership can identify potential issues before they become larger problems. Additionally, having metrics to track incidents of bullying, how they're handled, and their outcomes can provide insights into whether or not strategies are working effectively. Let me share a story that highlights the importance of long-term strategies. A fast-growing tech startup had initially prided itself on its open, collaborative culture. However, as the company grew, tensions began to surface. A few employees started to exhibit bullying behaviors, publicly criticizing colleagues during meetings and excluding certain team members from key decisions. The company's HR team quickly implemented a series of measures to address the problem. They launched mandatory anti-bullying training, introduced an anonymous reporting system, and made leadership evaluations a regular part of the management process. Over time, these efforts paid off. Employees began to feel more comfortable speaking up, and team dynamics improved as the workplace culture shifted back to one of respect and inclusion. The moral of the story? Prevention is an ongoing process. Even the best intentioned companies can slip into toxic patterns if they don't maintain their commitment to a respectful, inclusive culture. Think of maintaining a bully-free workplace like tending a garden. You can't just plant flowers and walk away. If you neglect the garden, weeds will start to grow and those flowers will wither. To keep the garden healthy, you need to water it, pull out weeds, and check for any signs of trouble regularly. In the same way, creating a bully-free workplace requires ongoing care, consistent attention, open communication, and quick action when issues arise. For your next assignment, I would like you to design a long-term plan for maintaining a bully-free workplace for a fictional company. Include key strategies like ongoing training, leadership accountability, and communication systems. Be specific about how you would implement and sustain these practices over time. Have any of you seen long-term strategies for maintaining a healthy work environment in action? What worked well and what could have been improved? Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in our next session, or reach out to me privately if you prefer. That concludes our lecture for today. In our next session, we will explore how to measure the effectiveness of anti-bullying strategies and ensure that the workplace continues to grow in a positive direction. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the next class.